Here are ye, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto was the son of Kisame, part 6. Now, last time that I mentioned off or whatever was where Naruto went to went to an island, met Isarabi, and also met, met Isarabi and her, enemies. Naruto and his father killed them. Also, Sasuke helped. Itachi, on the other hand, fucking just relaxed. Didn't do jack shit. Jiraiya was being a pervert at the time. And yeah, they go back to the village. It's Sasuke, Naruto, Isarabi, Hakin, and Sabara. Yeah, Sabara. That's what I call it. Sabara. Not Sabara. Sabara versus Kakashi. How that went, you can watch the other video. I'm not gonna go into much detail, but yeah, Kakashi gave up in the end, saying you motherfuckers can have the bell sway. Well, this is how it went for Team 7. When Kakashi decides to repeat the whole thing again. This is pretty much how it went, and Kakashi almost died towards the 5 of them. But after that, they all decided to go back home. They did some missions, but the missions they actually had to go on was actually a new mission. Yeah, of course, this is where Team 7 had to go on mission. Because a dark, mysterious evil kind of just got rise up from the ground. With that, there is ghost statues or whatever are coming towards the Leaf Village. Naruto said, okay, so what do we have to do? Protect a priestess. Sonata say. So Team 7 containing, well, not Team 7, Team Naruto, since Naruto's very smart, but at the same time, Tsunade doesn't really trust him that much, so it's be like Team Neji. Team Neji and Naruto. So it will count Neji, Lee, no Sasakura, and no Tenten, Sabara, Hakin, Isarabi, and Sasuke, and Naruto, to go to the priestess and protect her and bring her to the seal thing. So in the original canon, they all go towards what's called priestess place. Of course, the priestess gets attacked. Of course, she does get a vision of someone dying, but she can't really see a good image. The only thing she sees is blue hair, like bright blue hair. Of course, Kisame, Itachi, Kakashi, and Might Guy will be on a team to go stop the Stone Ninjas. Now, Kisame is easily just destroying the freaking, not Stone Ninjas, the Stone Golems. He easily just goes water shot, easily destroys them. Might Guy does easily destroy them also. Kakashi, Sword of Burning, even training, can't really destroy them. Itachi using Susanoo and easily kill them all. I did mention that not Kakashi. Itachi isn't sick, so yeah. Now, back to Team Neji Naruto. Since Naruto's also like a leader. Neji will be mostly the strategist, but Naruto's mostly the leader. Since Naruto actually knows everyone. Even Neji. Naruto easily beat the crap out of Neji. And will send him to the gulag if he really wants to. So, Naruto, he is going towards the whole priestess thing. Of course, the priestess still gets attacked by those four different types of ninjas and all that. I should mention. So those 4 evil ninjas still attack. I don't remember all their names, but yeah, I'm just gonna call them 4 evil ninjas. So when they are attacking, the same thing happens. It's just Naruto doesn't fly through the whole thing and tries to protect Shina and all that. Instead, that's Lee that goes in to fight them and all that. With Sabara also going there trying to slice them. So two of them are right now fighting against Lee and Sabara, and then the other one, the water guy, I can't remember. So, what the two people that Lee and Sabara went against are this guy and that guy. Of course, this is the water guy where he's having to go against what's called Hakin and Aisabi. This guy is still going to go try to kill Shinon. Of course, Neji and Naruto get there, and Sasuke also will get there to try to stop him. Easily gets overpowered. This guy just easily gets overpowered and tries to escape, but Naruto doesn't let him escape and actually pulls out his trident and actually hit him in the back. And the guy tries to get up, but of course his chakra is sort of getting drained. Because the trident has multiple special abilities. First ability, it can absorb chakra or any energy. Because it's actually a mythical weapon. What's it called? Second ability, it can bring a freaking tsunami anywhere. Like, if you just lift that shit up, tsunami appears. Third ability for the Trident. I think I didn't mention this for the abilities of the Trident. Third ability. Every time Naruto throws it, and of course it misses the target, or hits the target, he can bring back the Trident with the target in still impelled by the Trident, or just brings it back. Just think of Minecraft when it's sort of raining all day, but Naruto doesn't need rain to do it. He can also use a trident to just pull himself up in the sky like Aquaman or in Minecraft and abilities. That's his fourth ability. Of course, he can also call upon other ocean creatures. Not really know what other ocean creatures would be there, but yeah. Now, Naruto, he is fighting against this guy. Of course, he uses a trident to bring him back, and he gets the guy. And of course, Sasuke and Nachi already kills him. Of course, Shinon. So of course, Shinon is safe, but then the others, what's it called, Sabara and what's it called, Neji. Like, let me say, not Neji. Sabara and Lee right now, they are. So this guy gets killed. But not Naji. Let me say that again. Lee and Sabara managed to defeat this guy also. With this guy managing to escape Aisorabi's attacks. And also this guy also surviving Sabara and Lee's attacks. So these guys had to go back towards their leader, this guy. And of course Naruto explains to, what's it called, Shinon, that they are here to protect her. Of course, Shinon kind of gets a little vision that she noticed this person. Like, she trying to remember about her vision about this blue-haired guy. Of course, Naruto has a mask over his face still. That covers also his gills and all that. His fish scales. Or gills, yeah. And also his teeth. Now, they all go inside to talk about what they're gonna have to do. So they talk about what are they gonna do about the whole attack and all that. And of course the person wants to bring an army. Of course, Shinon then tells Naruto that you're gonna die. And Naruto says, by what? By getting stabbed through the heart by these black dragons. Naruto says, oh really? Oh, okay. Interesting. And Shinon just says, okay, this person really can care less. And of course the team just thinks, okay, Naruto isn't really gonna die. Naruto's way too strong to actually die. And so they do what's called talk about the whole guy wants to bring a whole army to protect Shinon and all that. Of course the ninjas already explained that they actually managed to defeat 2 of those people, but what's called didn't kill the other 2. So they don't need to bring an army. But the guy insisted, and then Shinon does tell all the ninjas to like sleep early so they don't need to bring an army and all that. Naruto agreed because it will take so many fucking days if they have to do this. So of course, who carries Shinon isn't Naruto. It's one of the it's Sabara So Sabata just carries her. Of course, if this girl just starts nagging about things, she's just gonna throw her off. Hawking isn't that much strong enough to actually carry her because Hawking only trains and like trying to move with speed, not to actually. Well, I mean, she does build on like her strength and all that, but mostly speed. Isarabi just doesn't want anyone on her, and Sabata was the only one. The guys would have not do it, so Neji would have not done it because, of course, he's a scouter. Lee could have done it. Naruto says fuck off. And Sasuke just says F off also. So yeah, that only left two candidates, and of course, Shinon wanted one of the girls to do it, so of course, Sabata had to do it. And when they're jumping across the whole lake, river, and all that, a giant water dragon just showed up. Now, Naruto does his own water dragon, but instead of water dragon, he does water dragons. So he does multiple water dragons. Hakin also does help Naruto by combining her ice abilities with the water abilities to make them ice dragons. Ice dragon combine water dragons to just smash into the actual original water dragon. So the guy was like, Jesus Christ. It seems that they actually have very powerful techniques. I mean, they defeated our brothers. The guy said, dang, we should definitely try to do something about it. Now, Naruto, he jumps off and actually goes to attack the person. Neji tried to explain. Naruto just says, shut up already. And Naruto does his own summoning style. On the river, and a giant shark comes out. And of course, that's the Megalodon. The Megalodon tells Naruto, what do you want? Naruto says, we're going against enemies. Let's crush them. The Megalodon says, let's do it then. So the Megalodon jumps into the water with Naruto just being on top of it and just starts swimming really fast. So the guy tries to do another water dragon, this guy. But before he does another water dragon, a giant fucking Megalodon shark just comes and about to bite his whole fucking face off. He managed to dodge, but of course the Megalodon says, damn it, he's not in my range anymore. Naruto says, that's okay. He jumps out and starts fighting him. This guy, the ability, I forgot what was it. I remember half of these guys' abilities, so this was like an evil medical jutsu and all that. This guy was, what's it called? Earth manipulation or something? And I forgot. This guy was wind manipulation, I remember. So, the wind manipulation guy was actually going against, trying to go towards the team and all that. Sabata is carrying what's called, Shinon, and Shinon is just telling her to just calm down. Why the hell are we running? Stop making blah blah blah. And Sabata just says, shut the fuck up, bitch. Stop complaining, we're ninjas, we're not supposed to be taking the whole fucking babysitting bullshit. And Hakin and Isarabi stay back just in case whoever attack. Sasuke and Neji kind of stay next to Sabata just in case they attack and all that. So of course this guy managed to use some wind to try to, well not wind, use like some puppets to try to stop what's called Isarabi and Hakin. Hakin easily already takes out the puppets, and Isarabi and Hakin already chases after him. Lee is also going after him, trying to was with the whole team, the ones that are protecting Sabata. Lee turns around and says, I'll stay here to see if he comes. So of course this guy, one guy tries to attack Lee. Lee goes into the first gate to almost kick his ass. The guy was only a puppet, and then of course Neji had to block him, and then Sasuke. So of course Neji fails. Sasuke was like Susanoo and slashes his ass. Of course Sasuke noticed that was only a puppet and finds the real one and also slashes his ass. So yeah, he fully dies. Naruto's easily just beating the fuck out of the guy with just taijutsu. Of course, he can't use any water jutsu because this guy's also water jutsu. So I mean, they're not. Well, not water juice, water release, because they're both water release and friendly and effective to each other. So Naruto uses a trident to just absorb the person's chakra. The person managed to grab the trident, and his chakra just drains and just dies. So Naruto just says, "Dumbass." And so Naruto says, "Hey Megalodon, can I get a ride? Just like throw me very far over there." Megalodon says, "Sure, why not, kid?" So Naruto gets onto the what's called flipper of the Megalodon. So Naruto gets onto this right here, to the back of the tail or whatever of the Megalodon. Not flipper, I don't know why I said that. The tail, and Naruto gets launched and the Megalodon puts away. Naruto gets up to where his team should be at. Of course, they never met the guy that the glasses guy wanted to sacrifice his whole life and blah blah blah. They never met him because they all kind of ran really fast. They all outspeed him. So yeah. So they get to the whole place and they see a bunch of piles. Naruto and Sasuke just says, "What the fuck are those?" And they look at Neji, and Neji is like, "Fine, Byakugan." He sees that they are looking like they have chakra inside them. Naruto says, "I got this. I know what to do." He goes to the end of where it should be at. It's basically, since it's like sort of a ravine and both sides has walls, but in the middle, of course, is a road. And all the way behind that road is only like a place for all things to fall over water and all that. So what Naruto does is pull out his trident, and a giant tsunami comes, and Naruto just says, "Water style, water divine dragons." Now, what's the difference between normal dragons and divine dragons? Is these divine dragons actually possess, how should I say, instead of being like this large water dragon, they are larger. They're basically actually just larger dragons, and they do have what's it called, a figure. Instead of looking like what's it called, a normal water dragon, they have arms and like, okay, let me explain. Instead of the water dragon just looking like this with like yellow eyes and all that, it has all the features of like a Chinese dragon. So this is what it actually would look like, but of course instead of being red, it's water, and it has a bunch of features. Naruto can summon up to 2 of these. Well, not summon, mostly create. And of course, all those like earth piles and all that. When what's called Sasuke said, "I get what he's trying to do." So Sasuke gets onto the floor where all those stone piles will be at. All of them just bursts out, and all of them turn into statues. And Sasuke then jumps back up to where all of them should be at, all the team. And when all those stone statues get out of those stone piles, a giant tsunami with 2 divine dragons, water divine dragons, just smash into them and push them into the whole lake thing. And now it's clear, since Naruto easily destroyed just tons of them. Now, of course, the team managed to get into where it should be at, into the cave. Of course, like, Naruto gets in. Sabata, Asarabi, and everyone else just thought it would be a good idea for the leader to go in to actually help her. And if there's any more, like, stone statues getting in, that's why they stay outside. Of course, this is where what's called Kisame and the others go where Naruto should be at. And like the others. And when Naruto and Shinon managed to get in, a bunch of like, what's it called, the main villain, I forgot his name, he talks about like, "Oh, I see, Shinon, you brought someone special along with you. Too bad for him, he's probably gonna die." Naruto says, "Oh, fuck off." And the guy was like, Naruto just says, "Screw you and screw this place. Water cell. Water bullet." Because he saw there was multiple stone statues kind of going closer to them. And of course those stone statues get obliterated. Naruto's helping Shinon to go all the way towards what's it called, the place. And when Naruto saw this, when Shinon tried to seal him away and all that, he tries to get into the whole barrier, the main villain guy, until Naruto stopped him, using the trident to pierce him and then bring him back. Like, get over here. And of course, the guy gets sealed anyway away, and Shinon, she gets yeah, she's okay now, and well, before he gets sealed away, it actually turns into a giant freaking black dragon, which Naruto had to dodge. And of course, Shinon is already inside the whole black dragon. So even though it's supposed to be sealing this person away, it's not really, since it's supposed to combine both their souls together. And Naruto notices, and he's like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Naruto just goes into his, like, what's it called? He doesn't go into the KCM yet, he just thinks, screw it, I'll just use my own power. So multiple black dragons try to attack him and all that. He doesn't have that whole bubble thing that Shinon should have and all that. Naruto just gets into that whole freaking, inside that whole dark truck or bigger creature, whatever it is. Naruto pulls out Shinon, and Shinon's like, what the hell? Why? Naruto says, whatever, leave me alone. He puts Shinon down, and the dragons, whatever they are, creatures, technical. No, I forgot what it is. Tries to attack Naruto, and Naruto just activates his KCM. His KCM reminder, it's purple, not gold, since it's kind of fused with his like dark chocolate blue. So yeah. So Naruto rushes at them and easily destroys a lot of those things, and almost was about to destroy the whole dark creature thing until it didn't work. Naruto says, great, I need the priestess power. So Naruto like jumps away, gets the priestess and says, do you have any power? And like she says, yeah, I kind of figured out my power. Good, because I need you to put your power on towards these like say jutsu that I'm supposed to do. So what they actually do, Shinon put like her hands on Naruto and started chanting like power towards Naruto. Naruto went through hand signs and just says, water style, water style, water hydra. So a hydra comes out with multiple heads and all that, having like 10 heads in total. Of course, the water hydra kind of is blue and all that, but with pink at the same time, pink and like glow and all that. And of course, it fights against the creature and easily gets defeated. And of course, the cave starts just rumbling and all that. Naruto sees this as a bad idea, so he uses back in, well, he was already into KCM, and just grabs Shinon and gets out of the whole cave. Volcano thing just erupts and all that. So everyone is saying, I think Naruto should be alive. Naruto's like right behind all of them. He's like, yeah, I'm alive. And you're like, damn, okay, Naruto. Jesus Christ, you're a little too fast. Naruto says, whatever. So, Shinon then explains to Naruto that she wants another generation, blah, 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 to, like, send her generation, teach the next generation, and she needs help with that. Naruto says, why me, though? Shinon says, cause you're the actually only good-looking guy that's actually here. Naruto says, when you say good-looking guy, you realize I'm a fucking fish. And Shinon's confused. Naruto says, for fuck's sakes, I usually don't like showing my teeth or my actual features, so that's why I wear this mask. And she's like, okay. First of all, look at Kakashi. He's a normal human. Look at almost everyone else. They're normal humans, except for my father here. Kisame says hello, with like his teeth and all that. And Shinon kind of gets scared, but then just puts on a brave face and all that. She gets scared, but then she like puts herself together and says, okay. Naruto shows his like features, like his like fish scales, not scales. Those get I forgot what they are. God damn it. And then show his teeth. Shinon kinda just says, I don't care. Naruto's like, you don't care about my sharp ass teeth. I look like a fucking shark. A mini shark. And she just says, I still don't care. What's the point? Naruto says, that's interesting. You're actually one of the not first people to actually not care. You're actually some of the few people that usually don't care about my features. That's interesting. Sure, why not? Hopefully your next generation thing, whatever. And Kisame's like, is my son already making a freaking, I should say, is he trying to restore the clan? And Naruto is sort of blunt to love, so he just barely cares. He's sort of blunt. I'm not saying he's fully just stupid and all that. He understands. He just doesn't care. He will help, yeah. That means he can actually bring back more of his like clan, restore more of like the Hokage, what's it called, clan and the Uzumaki, blah blah blah. So yeah, and Kisame says, I feel like he's trying to bring back our people. So they all go back to the whole what's it called place, well not whole place. They get back to the priestess. They leave what's it called Shinon back to the home. To her people and all that. While Naruto and the others decide to go back to the Leaf Village. And then this is where like they sort of do a month's time skip and all that. This is where the whole Kazekage gets like taken by what's called Deidara and Sasori. Now Sasori and Deidara managed to capture what's called let me say that again. Managed to catch or capture Gaara. Now, since Gaara got more of a sort of changed mind and all that, from what's called getting his ass beat by, I guess, Naruto using a blue dragon. Boom. Yeah, gets ass kicked. So, yeah. So, Gaara would just be the same in the original canon. Sort of more scared of Naruto, but also be more friendlier to everyone else. So, yeah. So he gets captured, of course, in Chicago's getting taken away. But of course, when they get the whole message, Kisame, Naruto, Kakashi, yes, Kakashi's only gonna come back. Well, I mean, Kisame's also coming. Sasuke and Sabata would have to go on this mission. Aisorabi was actually doing something else with Haku, and Zabuza. She was trying to train in sword style, since mostly everyone on the team is good at sword style, except for Haku. Haku usually uses her ice needles, but of course she can create ice needles. Yes, I just said that. And also an ice sword. She's good with ice sword, but she prefers more the what's called needles. And yeah, that's what Aisorabi's trying to train on. So, when they get there, they heard about the whole thing. Of course, Sabata is sort of the healer on this team. Now, I say sort of because she isn't as good as Sasura in being the healer and all that. She's only good in, like, combat and all that. But Naruto is also sort of a healer, but he's, instead of healing people with, like, normal green aura and all that, he heals them with, like, water. Like, if the water that he uses, because he also learned this from also being a Kakashi, from his father's side and all that they have another Kekkei ability, kind of letting them use water to heal any damage, wounds, or anything. Any fatal wounds can also be healed by this water Kekkei. So, of course, he does heal Kankura. Kankura does heal them really fast. Kakashi almost gets attacked by the old lady. until Sasuke blocks it for Kakashi before he dies. And of course, she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, ha ha ha." And they go on to go where Sasori and Taylor will be at. Of course, this is where the Shikaku will be extracted. And the Shikaku was about to get full on extracted and all that. This is where Kisame, Naruto, and the others get there. Itachi will also be with them, but in the shadows, just in case any of the costume members does come out more than normal. But they already know which Akatsuki members they're facing. It will be the Deidara, the whole explosion terrorist, and then there's Sasori, the Red Sand Puppet Master or something. So what Naruto and Kisame does to smash through the barrier, the rock barrier thing or whatever, is use two water dragon styles, but combining those water dragon styles with combining both of our water dragons to make it bigger, and Naruto using lightning and wind to try to combine them to make it more powerful and faster. So when the water dragon smashes into the barrier, it like cuts into a million pieces, goes really fast. And this is why the Hoshikaku extraction wasn't really much of a success. That water dragon just went through them and obliterated a lot of things. Of course, Gaara is safe and sound. He didn't actually get hit by it. But the only person that actually got hit by it was Sasori. He just went boom. Deidara was like, "What the hell?" So Deidara says, "You bastard, Kisame." Kisame walks in, of course, having what's called Samehara, and saying, "Hello there, Deidara." And Deidara was, "You traitor. You betrayed the Akatsuki so you can go on to the Leaf Village. For why? To protect that nine-tailed brat?" And of course, Kisame was smiling, and then he frowned. And says, "What did you call my son about?" Later says, "A nine-tailed brat." And before he even get to finish his words, Kisame already has Samehara on his hand and was about to fucking cut, what's it called? What, shreds through what's called Deidara's like whole neck. Deidara managed to only get away when he did explosions, and managed to switch out his body for a clay clone. And let me say that again. Not switch his body from a clay clone. Sasori managed to grab him and like get him out of the way before he gets shredded into a million pieces. Naruto gets there using his trident and his sword. His only default sword, the blue sapphire sword, not his true form. And of course, the other team does get here. So Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sabata gets there, and Kankuro isn't there, but the old lady's still there. The old lady starts fighting against what's called Sasori, and Deidara is right now going against both Naruto and Sasuke and Kisame. Kakashi and Sabata are going against the puppet master dude or another. Now, of course, this is where Gaara isn't dead fully. He's alive because he fully didn't get extracted. Only like about 25% got only extracted, which he still has 75. So of course he's not dead. It's just his life. I'm gonna just say his life. What's it called? Let me say that again. Life. Not life endurance, but what's it called? Lifespan will only be shorter now. He can only probably live up to 75 years old. And yeah. Now, Naruto, he's easily beating the fuck out of Deidara. Deidara is trying to use this like explosions until Sasuke counters them. And when he tries to use the explosions against Naruto, Naruto also counters them using lightning jutsu. Now Deidara tries to escape using his clay bird, but Itachi managed to get on his clay bird and use his like eyes to genjutsu Deidara, but of course Deidara had his secret weapon, anti-genjutsu, so he managed to get away and tries to explode what's called Itachi. But Itachi already summoned his Susanoo, with Sasuke already summoned his own Susanoo, and Naruto summoned his blue sapphire dragon, which is mostly a battle in the sky now. Of course, Kisame, he can't really fly, and of course he can get on his like son's dragon, but instead he helps on the bottom with Sasori. Sasori was almost about to die and all that, and telling the old lady to fuck off. You don't know about anything. You don't know about my freaking life. You didn't tell me about my parents, blah blah blah. And Kisame just goes, plop, kills him. Of course, the old lady just felt bad and all that, but she gets it. She should have told him about the parents and all that. Now back to Deidara. Deidara is easily getting his ass beat by two Susanos and a dragon. Now the dragon is pretty freaking tall. Like, think of how I did mention that the dragon is sort of like big enough like a Biju, or was bigger. Did I mention that? I can't remember if it was this one that I mentioned that was pretty much bigger and powerful enough to match the 7 tails or the 9 tails. I can't remember. But yeah, the dragon just is sort of the same, almost the same size as the Susanos. So Itachi's in his perfect Susanoo, same with Sasuke. Naruto's on the whole dragon. The dragon's the size of a Biju. So Deidara isn't really having a fun time. His bird already got sealed away. He tried to use explosions, which really couldn't happen. He tried to use that big giant dragon explosion until that thing got easily, I don't know, shocked by a Kirin lightning dragon from the sky, since Sasuke used that. And of course, Deidara can't really do shit. Now, before he died, Deidara said, "Fuck you, you fucking pricks, I will not die, cause art is dies." Now, what happened was, Naruto says, this bitch just won't shut up, and uses his sword to just stab through Deidara's heart. Like, he throws it, and it does hit Deidara's heart, and kills him. Now, yeah, so they bring back the Kazekage. Of course, the old lady doesn't have to die and all that. So they get back to the village, and they do, well, regular missions now. Like B, A, or S rank missions. Since Naruto is count as Jonin, and yeah. So this is where I'm going to leave it off for part 6 of What If Naruto Was the Son of Kisame. I will do part 7 whenever. I know I could have done this way earlier, it's just I got distracted with other things. And the fact that it just started raining, I just wanted to watch the rain. Yeah. So yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep, and potato.